Picture this. A promising tennis showdown spirals into heartbreak in the blink of 2 utterly bizarre minutes. That's the shocking reality for rising star Holger Rune, who was sidelined by a severe injury during his clash with Ugo Humbert at the Nordic Open. And it all stemmed from an unexpected on-court interruption that has fans buzzing with debate. But here's where it gets controversial. Was the mishandling of that moment fair, or did it unfairly set the stage for disaster? Let's dive into the details of this gripping tale, unpacking the drama step by step so even newcomers to tennis can follow along. The match was heating up nicely at the Nordic Open, with 22-year-old Danish sensation Holger Rune holding a commanding lead over the 27-year-old French veteran Ugo Humbert. Rune had already taken the first set 6-4 and was battling fiercely in the second. The score tied at 2-2, and a crucial point standing at 30-30. It was the kind of intense rally that keeps spectators on the edge of their seats, showcasing the athleticism and precision that make tennis such a thrilling sport. Midway through one particularly tense exchange, Humbert's attention was diverted by a ball kid, one of the young assistants who retrieve balls during play, shifting unexpectedly in his peripheral vision. As Humbert approached to smash a high, looping forehand shot, he abruptly halted the point by softly returning the ball back onto the court. For those unfamiliar with the game, a point in tennis is like a mini battle where players volley back and forth until one fails to return the ball. Rune, sensing an opportunity, surged forward to capitalize, thinking he'd smash the ball away for a potential break point, a game changer that could have given him the upper hand in the set. But that's when things took a twist. Humbert immediately appealed to the chair umpire, arguing that a let should have been called due to the interruption. In tennis, a let is essentially a do-over. It's signaled when something disrupts play unfairly, like a stray ball or, in this case, an unintended distraction, allowing the point to be replayed. The umpire, however, hadn't witnessed the incident and stuck to her judgment. Rune, ever the sportsman, chose not to challenge it further, leaving the call as is. This decision, while respectful, might raise eyebrows. Did deferring to the umpire prevent a potentially safer replay? Rune then took a pause, waiting patiently for the next point to begin. For about 2 minutes, he cooled down, stretching and preparing. Understandable for a player who entered the tournament already nursing a hamstring niggle in his left leg. For beginners, it's worth noting that tennis demands explosive movements, and players often deal with nagging injuries that can flare up unexpectedly. And this is the part most people miss. That brief hiatus might have given Rune a false sense of security. But what if it inadvertently masked the building tension in his leg? As the action resumed, Humbert unleashed a serve wide to Rune's backhand side. Rune, ever agile, moved laterally to chase it down. But on his next shot, Humbert cleverly targeted the open forehand court, forcing Rune into a desperate scramble. In a split-second decision, Rune leaped to retrieve the ball, only to stumble awkwardly upon landing. He immediately grabbed at his lower left leg, signaling to his team that he couldn't go on. The tears flowed as he hobbled to the sidelines, propping his leg up on his racket bag for support. Medical professionals rushed over, and after a quick assessment, Rune revealed he'd felt a distinct pop near his Achilles tendon, that crucial band of tissue connecting the calf muscle to the heel bone, often prone to strains in high-impact sports like tennis. Heartbreakingly, he had no choice but to retire from the match right then and there. It was a stunning end to a duel that had promised so much excitement. In his on-court interview, Humbert expressed genuine remorse, stating, "I don't want to talk too much. I feel sorry for Holger." His words captured the human side of the game, where competitors can feel empathy even in the heat of competition. Rune, despite a mixed season at the Grand Slams, where he hasn't quite hit his stride, showed flashes of brilliance earlier in the year, reaching the final of the prestigious BNP Paribas Open in March and clinching the Barcelona Open title in April with a victory over tennis titan Carlos Alcaraz. For context, These tournaments highlight the roller coaster of professional tennis, where one injury can derail months of hard work. Looking ahead, Humbert will advance to the final on Sunday, facing off against either Norway's Casper Ruud or Canada's Denis Shapovalov. It's a matchup that's sure to captivate fans, but the shadow of this incident lingers, sparking debates about rules and player safety. And here's where opinions might sharply divide. Should the umpire have called a let, sight unseen, or was Rune's choice to proceed responsible? Some might argue that protocol demands eyewitness confirmation, while others wonder if a more proactive approach could have spared Rune the agony. Is this a case of bad luck, or does it expose flaws in how tennis handles on-court distractions? What do you think? Do you side with Humbert's protest, or believe the rules were followed correctly? Could Rune's decision to wait have played a role in aggravating his injury, and how might tennis officials improve player protections in the future? Share your thoughts in the comments below. We'd love to hear agreements, disagreements, or any fresh perspectives on this contentious moment in the sport.